What up and welcome to Rama Screen YouTube channel, and here's my review of Netflix new movie, The Shadow Strays. Let's rock this. As you all know, I am Indonesian, born and raised, and even though I am not in Toronto this year covering TIFF like I used to do in the past, thankfully Netflix has generously granted me the advance screener to this new film, which is scheduled to have its world premiere at the TIFF Midnight Madness this weekend. I always make it my mission to help promote any movie or any show that originate from my homeland so that the world could see that Indonesian talents and Indonesian cinema are a force of nature that should not be overlooked or ignored. Speaking of force of nature, one of those talented names is Timo Cahyanto, the writer-director who previously gave us The Night Comes for Us, of which many of us are huge fans. Well, Timo is back with yet another action thriller called The Shadow Strays, and I've already watched this entire film and it is bloody awesome! The most satisfying hyper-violent action movie I've seen all year. Brutal, inventive, stylized, with some of the best fight sequences since The Raid. Remember that one? Anyway, Aurora Ribeiro is a star in the making. The Shadow Strays made me so proud of being Indonesian. Merdeka! Written and directed and produced by Timo Cahyanto. In The Shadow Strays, after failing her first big mission, a young assassin in training named 13 finds herself suspended from further assignments. While waiting for her re-evaluation, the teen meets Monji, a young boy whose mother is murdered by a sadistic crime syndicate. When Monji is taken, 13 thrusts herself into a path of destruction, determined to find her only friend, even at the cost of defying her enigmatic mentor Umbra and the organization she belongs to, the Shadows. Starring Aurora Ribeiro, Hana Malasan, Adipati Dolken, Ali Fikri, Cristo Emmanuel, Andri Mashadi, Taskia Namnya, and Agra Piliang. This movie just oozes cool in every frame. It's a visual spectacle through and through. And Timo brazenly experimented with every style possible. It's got night vision ninjas, it's got a chaotic warehouse shootout, and all of those set pieces feature some of the most elaborate, most death-defying stunt work I've ever seen. John Wick would look at The Shadow Strays and go, huh, how'd you pull that off? Timo and his cinematographer would apply all kinds of nifty camera tricks, which create all kinds of really visceral angles, which then elevate those already adrenaline pumping relentless sequences. And they come at you like rapid fire, resulting in a heart-stopping cinematic thrill ride. This film is dark, intense, and fast-paced, with just a few somber, melancholic moments. Despite the 2.5-hour runtime, it never once feels sluggish. I would love to see the behind-the-scenes storyboard, because you could just tell that every shot is meticulously composed, and the editing allows you, the audiences, to fully marvel at the fight choreographies that constantly move like a hypnotic dance with an ever so quickening rhythm. Allow me to pay further compliment to the lead star, Aurora Ribeiro, who plays 13. Her performance, her physicalities, her endurance are downright impressive. Aurora understands that 13 is the type of character who's driven by primal, fearless instincts. And that's exactly what Aurora delivers on the screen in spades. Her co-stars are equally splendid, especially the three dudes who play the three key villains, one of whom wears a BDSM mask. So weirdly funny. They definitely look like something straight out of a comic book. It's that menacing yet eccentric presence. And almost all of them yell at one another aggressively 90% of the time. So their fury and rage are all up in your face. Loud, high octane, and raw. If I were to give some minor criticism, I'd say the plot is not particularly intricate. It kind of lacks depth. I guess the word simplistic is how I would describe it. At times, it does feel like a never-ending blood-soaked journey just to find one kidnapped boy. So the emotional moments do come across as shoehorned. But ultimately, it doesn't really bother me because the straightforward plot is there merely just to serve as a vessel for the film's vicious aesthetics. So yeah, overall I give The Shadow Strays the rating of 4 out of 5. Witness the triumph of Indonesian action cinema. Merdeka!